Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, as always, welcome to the channel. My name is Nick and we do talk toys of all kinds here. I've said it before and I'll say it again. We also may talk a little bit of shit sometimes, but mostly it's toys. So guys, without further ado, I have another review for you today that's on the nostalgia train from Super 7. I was able to pick up at my local comic shop, which is Lemon Juice McGee's Comic Cavalcade, as you already know. It's here in Somerset, Kentucky. I was able to pick up Mon'Star and his transformation chamber chair from the Super 7 Silverhawks line. Now, if you guys haven't seen Silverhawks, I might be old or might be older than you guys, but look it up sometime and you'll see what I mean. It was killer 80s cartoon. It kind of fell along the same lines as He-Man or G.I. Joe, things like that. It was more space, sci-fi themed. And Mon'Star was like the big bad in the episodes. He would sit in the chair and he'd Hulk out because the Mon'Star of Limbo would give him power. He'd turn into this giant spiky ass monster thing and just try to kill the Silverhawks repeatedly. He is the evil kingpin of Limbo, and he does have fabulous damn heavy metal hair, if I might say so myself. This figure is absolutely amazing. It does reflect the character pretty well. Like I said, if you haven't seen Silverhawks, take a look for it on a streaming service. Look it up on YouTube. Take a little preview of it for yourself. It wasn't a bad cartoon. If you like He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, or you like any kind of old Filmation type cartoon, this one's for you. It's actually really good. But without further ado, instead of just talking about the damn thing in the cartoon, what we'll do is we'll punch in and take a look at him. Okay guys, the first box we're going to take a look at is the Transformation Chamber Chair Throne. This box is huge and oversized. Here's your Silverhawks logo. Here's what the box contains. Of course, this is just a typical Super 7 outer sleeve. On the back, you'll get all the legalese you could ever ask for with absolutely no nutritional value. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and crack this box open so you can take a look at what's inside. Here is the box for the Transformation Chamber chair. There's not much to speak of here except a really shiny box, a really big empty spot for a chair, a Silverhawks logo, some words to let you know what goes in it, nothing on the side but more shininess, and a big old picture of the render of Mon'Star sitting in the chair waiting to transform. Again, the only thing that's in this box is the chair. The chair is huge, it's oversized. We'll take a look at that here in just a moment. Again, because I know you love to see it, here's some more legalese. And here is the Transformation Chamber chair itself out of the box. It does look exactly like it does in the cartoon. If you look at it, it's made out of two different kinds of material. The chair itself, the top piece, is actually a plastic overlay. If you flip around the back, the thing that weights the chair down is actually a rubber overlay, and it's a giant rubber piece. This is actually a very hefty piece for your collection. It's pretty heavy. You can check out the textures and the stone cracks, and the dry brushing here looks great. Absolutely looks like it's made out of concrete. Like I said, this is a chunky piece. It's pretty heavy. It does demand some shelf space, so if you do have a villain shelf like I do, you might want to clear some space for this. And the next piece we've got here for Silverhawks by Super 7 is Mon'Star, the Limbo Mob Kingpin. You will see another Silverhawks logo on this. Again, the collector stuff at the bottom, the Super 7 logo. Nothing to speak of on the outer box, again, but more legalese. And you remove the outer box, and you are treated to a very shiny red box with some very killer artwork of the transformed version of Mon'Star in all his spiky glory. I wish that's what was in the box, or I wish he came with the extra heads and such to make him that way. But we'll just have to pre-order the second one from Big Bad Toy Store, as we already have, and wait until May. Down here you'll see Mon'Star, the Limbo Mob Kingpin. Of course, this is a piece that does slide off like all Super 7 boxes do. You'll get the embossed Silverhawks logo on the back. And on the bottom of said box, as I know you love to see it, more legalese. And I have slid the overlay off, and as you can see inside the box, the tray is pretty bare. It does show you the fact that he does come with 4 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 extra hands. He does come with his little dragon buddy. He does come with the robot version of that over here. He has one somber face with a giant head sculpt of hair. He has a screaming face as he's mid-transformation. This guy is actually loaded with some accessories. This is a slightly wider Super 7 box. On the back of it, of course, you do get some artwork of the character from the show. And you get his bio here. If you guys want to read that, I'll leave that up for a second and you can pause it. But we'll move on to the figure itself here in just a moment. And here is the entire package together. The figure is chilling in the chair. He does have his face like he's talking to you. His hair is billowing in the breeze. He's pointing towards you, telling you off. You've got his hand sitting resting on the chair itself. You do see he is quite articulated and he does fit in the chair quite well. His hair does keep his back from touching the chair. If you can see when I turn this here, there's quite the gap there. The shoulder pads he has on keep his arms from raising up all the way. And that's actually not a good thing. And the hair does keep his head from turning, as you can see. But this guy does have ab crunch. He does have all the way 90-degree elbows. The hands do rotate. The hands do move up and down. The waist does swivel somewhat. The fur loincloth does kind of keep that from happening. The ab crunch is pretty good. His legs do the splits. They do the ball joint thing. He has no thigh cut to speak of. Single jointed knees that do the 90-degree thing. And his toes rock back and forth and do move up and down. He is a bit hindered. But that's okay. You can see the dry brushing and things on the armor. It does have its own weird sheen. There's several levels of reds, browns, and coppers on this, and I do like the paint effects. It's actually a really good figure out of package, and when it's put together, it does command some shelf presence. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out with me today and checking out the Mon'Star figure from the Super 7 Silverhawks line. Again, banger of a figure, solid 9.5 out of 10 for me. The only thing that is the takeaway that I do not like is the shoulder pads hinder his arm articulation, and his heavy metal hairdo does hinder his head rotation a lot. The figure does sit in the chair quite well. It does have a presence on your shelf. I can't wait for the hulked out monster version of him. I'll post a link to both of those below from the Big Bad Toy Store so you guys can get one of your own. Again, I was able to actually pick this up at my local comic shop, which again is Lemon Juice McGee's Comic Cavalcade here in Somerset, Kentucky. I think I spent $106 on both pieces, but totally awesome thing to have on my shelf as far as nostalgia goes. I may not pick up anything out of the rest of the line except the giant version of Mon'Star, because, you know, again, like I said, all about the villains. I might pick up a couple of the Silverhawks, but in the meantime, I'm just filling my villains shelf. That said, I hope you guys are finding everything you want when you're out on your hunts. I hope you're finding those grails. I hope you're getting those deals. And again, I hope everything is going well for you out there. That said, I will see you later.